Hey guys, welcome back to Many Tribes, One Kingdom. It's your brother John, and I'm joined by my lovely wife.
It's Destiny.
And today I've got another gospel illustration video for you. So, if you've been following this channel at all, you know that Destiny and I are expecting our first child, and she will be here very soon, within the next couple of weeks. And you want to stand up and show them? Destiny is very pregnant.
Yeah.
And we are eagerly waiting for our child to be here. And so I got to thinking, us waiting for the birth of our baby is like us waiting for the return of Christ. See, we're waiting for Jesus, just like we're waiting for this baby. We know he's coming. We know Trinity is coming, our baby. But that doesn't stop the anticipation. That doesn't stop the wanting, the desire, the urge for them to be here sooner. You know, we want our baby. Especially Destiny. I think she's tired of carrying. And so we want our baby to be here. And in the same way, as Christians, we eagerly wait for Jesus to come back. We're waiting for him to come, to set up his kingdom, to be here in person so that we can speak with him face to face. I love prayer, and I love singing praise and worship, and I love spending time with God. But I cannot wait until the moment when I get to see Jesus face to face. And it's just like that with our little baby in here, who is very active. Yep. Oh, she just kicked me. She's very active. And like I said, in the same way, we're waiting for the return of Jesus. And I'm reminded of 1 Corinthians 13:10, which says, when the perfect comes, the partial will be done away with. You know, when Jesus comes, we no longer have to wonder. We no longer have to anticipate. We no longer have to wait, because we'll have him right here. You know, if I have a question, I can go straight to Jesus and hear it from his mouth, hear the answer. If I want to understand something, I can go straight to Jesus and he'll explain. He'll teach me. He can remind me of his love. When Trinity is here, Destiny will no longer have to do all these prenatal doctor appointments and no longer have to do all this guesswork about the baby and stuff, you know. Like I said, waiting for Jesus is like waiting for the birth of a child. It's an exciting anticipation, but it's also an anticipation that you just can't wait for it to be over, because you're ready for what comes next. You're ready for what comes after that moment. You know, I'm ready for my daughter to be here. I'll give you guys another view of the belly. Yeah. You know, Destiny's definitely ready for our daughter to be here.
Yep.
And I think any Christian who's being honest with themselves is ready for Jesus to be here, because we're ready to be with the Lord. We're not content here on this earth. Paul says to live is Christ, but to die is gain. It is better to be absent from the body and be present with the Lord. And that's what we're anticipating. That's what we're waiting for. And we especially can't wait for his second coming, when he's going to return to this earth, set up his kingdom, and truly be here on earth. He's going to reign as king, as ruler. All knees will bow to him. Every mouth will confess that Jesus is Lord. And we are so looking forward to that moment. And I hope that you are too. And so in the moments when you get discouraged, because those moments will come, there'll be moments when you get discouraged and you'll think, is God really coming back? Has God forgotten about us? Maybe he doesn't care anymore. Maybe we've pushed him too far. You know, I've heard people say things like, well, if God cared about us, he doesn't anymore, because look at what happened in the 20th century and going into the 21st century and all these things. But when those moments happen, when those doubts come up, just remember, Jesus has promised that he will return. You know, my daughter is in there right now. She's coming out eventually. Sometimes it feels like forever. Yeah. There are days when I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, just happen already.
Yeah.
And we get that way with God sometimes. We're like, God, we just want you to come back right now. But in those moments, I want you to remember, just as my daughter must be born, so Jesus must return, because he has promised that he will. And I want you to hold on to that in those moments when you feel so alone, and in those moments of quiet anticipation or restlessness when you think that God has forgotten you. Just remember that he has promised he will come back, and so he will. I hope this video edified you. I hope this video encouraged you. Just as a note, Pretty soon, there won't be that many videos for a little while. Obviously, once my daughter is born, I'm going to be very busy with newborn baby stuff. So I'm trying to make as many videos as I can to be with you guys until then. Of course, whatever God gives me to make, I will make. But just a heads up, there will be a bit of a pause in content for a little while. I don't like using the word content. There will be a little bit of a pause in gospel messages for a little while so that I can take care of my family. Of course, if you'd like to help us, we still have our baby registry. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I would really appreciate any help, but don't feel obligated to. More important than giving to the baby registry is praying for us.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No.
Let me zoom in really close. No, I'm
Hi.
kidding. But I hope this message encouraged you. I hope that this message has built you up for those moments when you feel the most alone, when you feel that God isn't there. I hope you'll remember that he is. And I hope you will eagerly anticipate the return of Christ, just as we eagerly anticipate the birth of our daughter. That's all I have for you today. Subscribe for more gospel messages. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your enemies, your church family, everybody you can think of. Have a great day, and God bless you.